We're good. What's going on, everybody? This is Big Daddy Cool for Unpopular Review. I'm here with Dan the Man, and the Z is silent. We are here talking about this Wrestlemania 40 press conference. This is the post show, the wrap up show. We're back live. We were here moments ago doing the live watch along, and we said, you know what? Everybody seems to be wanting to talk about this, so let's keep the show going. And lots to talk about, right? We thought going into this that we were going to get a definitive answer for what this main event for WrestleMania 40 was going to be, and we still don't know. Is it going to be a main event match between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns? Is it going to be a three-way match between The Rock, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes? Or is it going to be a fatal four-way with Cody, Roman, and Seth Rollins? We don't know. Could it be a tag team match? 40 years ago, WrestleMania main evented with a tag team match. Could they run that back? Let's talk about it all, everybody. Again, this is Unpopular Review Wrestling. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get notified when we go live. We like talking about wrestling all the dang time. Please make sure that you hit that like and subscribe. Dan, go ahead.
Nothing says WCW more than a tag team world title match.
That's good.
That's right, player. I'm going to put you in a tag team match, player. Oh, my God.
The Undertaker.
But we might get that. I don't know. I mean, I doubt it. I severely doubt it. But the way that, like, you practically, at the end of this press conference, you had Rock and Roman Reigns practically holding hands. When this man told Triple H to go shove it and change this, Roman's, like, got his hand in Rock's pocket.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? What is going on?
That was cinema, man. I'm telling you, that was fantastic. That was.
I definitely want to hear your thoughts, Dan, because again, you're an AEW fan through and through, IWC through and through, hate WWE. You were shit the minute Cody got sidelined, step to the side, son. You were hot. You were again burning Rock merchandise.
My headset's died. I'll be right back.
Okay, you were burning Rock merchandise.
I was coming with pitchforks. I was ready. I was ready to go to Stamford, Connecticut, and burn that shit to the ground. I was ready to go to Raw, and I was on a wing and a prayer and be a part of this movement because I am so done with them not listening to fans and reneging on stories because it's, hey, this is what's right at the moment. The Rock is available. I love The Rock. I'll say that. I love The Rock.
Yep.
I want him in there, but I don't want him in there at the cost of the story at hand. And I'm a firm believer, strike while the iron's hot. Everything's hot with Cody right now. Why screw that up? Now, if this was always the plan, fucking does, because you hit something and it wasn't just a single. You hit it out of the park. This is going somewhere. This is cinema right now. This is brilliant. I need more of this. Inject that shit into my veins right now.
This is an AEW faithful saying this. Look at this. It's brought him back. He's hyped up. We're all hyped up.
Don't say back. This is the only thing in WWE right now that I am very interested in.
This is the only thing.
This is the only thing right now that I
look at you, and you're wearing your Cody gear. Look at this, man. Very hyped up. I think we've got more questions than we got answers from that press conference. It was a cool thing. I think there was no other press conference in the history of wrestling that was most talked about leading up to it, right? Everybody was expecting, some type of definitive answer, the crowd to riot against The Rock. And, it all started, if we can recap the day, around 2:00 on the Pat McAfee show. Rock shows up and he starts calling Cody's fans crybabies.
Right.
And immediately after that, you get Cody on his social media saying, I've made my decision. And we got that decision tonight.
But just what a bitch way for Cody just to be like, just a week ago, I'm coming after you, Roman, but not at WrestleMania. And then pull this total 180. Like, explain this to me. Like, I need to understand this. And I just don't even see the need for what Cody did. Cody could have stood there and just said, I called in someone I spoke to. and The Rock, and then The Rock came out. That would have been fine. For him to do this, it's weak. It's weak sauce. I don't like that. And my opinion on this, it made it look like they have no idea what they're doing, and this is why people are questioning, what are you really doing? Was this the plan all along? Was this not the plan? I just think it was weak how they made it play out for the last week, but they got views, they got people talking.
Yep.
They put it together and did it right.
Absolutely. Z, I want to get your thoughts on this, and I want you to answer, but I see a lot of people jumping into this chat, jumping into this view, so I want to recap everybody. Guys, you watching Unpopular Review Wrestling. This is the place to talk about professional wrestling, WWE, AEW, all of it. I'm Big Daddy Cool, Dan the Man. Z is silent right here. We talk wrestling almost every day on this channel on YouTube. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. Oh, and Evil Dose is with us as well. Guys, talking about this WrestleMania 40 press conference, the press conference to end all press conferences. Like, this is amazing. So many people are talking about this thing, and more questions than we got answers. Z, I want to talk to you about this, man. Do you think, as Dan was just saying, it sounds like this was set up? Is it a setup? Do you think this was the plan from the jump, or do you think that this was just because of the chaos last weekend? We want Cody. Do you think that they had to pivot?
I like I said, I think that in a sense that it was controlled chaos. I think it was controlled chaos. Simply for the fact that right after Roman and Rock faced off, they showed the press conference. And then the most important thing about the promos was verbiage. We need to know the why, right? And the perception was that Cody confided in Rock for his help. He would step aside to get Roman's ego in check. Rock and Roman get to the press conference, and it literally looks like they just bullied him.
Yeah.
That's why Cody came out pissed off, because the perception was now that he was doing a favor at first, but then Rock and Roman made it like, F his story. It's about this bloodline, this big ass tree. It was always about this big ass tree. And that pissed Cody off because Cody's too nice. So when CM Punk said Cody's too diplomatic, he was 100% right.
Yeah.
And I think that while it's not 100% planned, I do think that it was controlled chaos. And I think they handled it in a great way.
That was an epic visual, right? I think that was something that was missing from everybody's understanding of what this, again, there's Cody's story, and then there was a story before Cody's story, and that was the story of the bloodline that started 3.5 years ago when Roman ran into the ring and blindsided Bray Wyatt and became the world champion, right? During the COVID era, this man made wrestling entertaining again, right? He gave us the bloodline. He put over Jey Uso. He put over Sami Zayn. This man has been doing work and has been the best wrestling performer, in my opinion, for the last 3 years. And this man walks in, and you knew that Roman was the story. For 3 WrestleManias, people were saying, when are we going to get Rock versus Roman? When are we going to get Rock versus Roman? And it was finally happening, and then the chaos ensued with these Cody fans going crazy. Evil Dose, Jeff, good to see you, my man. My co-host of the Hammerlock Hangover podcast, wrestling podcast. You just joined us. You weren't there for the live stream. What were your thoughts on this press conference?
Well, first, I'm thrilled that we're live. And first, I want everyone to take a look at this awesome logo. And I want to thank the Z Asylum who put that together. I have a logo. I'm sort of giddy about it, so I want to publicly thank him. Wonderful work, as always. But I wasn't sure I would be the recipient of it, so I truly appreciate it. Excellent. This was freaking cinema. So,
Same.
in the beginning, there was fire and there was ice, and in between the fire and the ice, there was a void. And when the fire and the ice got close together, water would trickle down, and from those came two grandfathers who swore a blood oath. And this was the goddamn best acting The Rock has done since either Pain and Gain or Be Cool. Because he's been, other than this, he's been playing the same actor ever since. Everyone's like, "Is this his heel turn?" I'm like, he turned heel when he wouldn't put over Superman. You asked, did anyone think that this was controlled? No, I think whenever I'm confused, I always remember the great words that I'm not sure who said them. I think it might have been me, but I'm not sure if I'm quoting me or someone else. But the quote is, "They ain't that smart," and they're not that smart. I believe that some of the best work done in wrestling is done in case of calamity when an emergency break glass. Now, sometimes that's led us to Goldberg, sometimes that's led us to Brock Lesnar, and other times it's led us to things that are brilliant. And almost nobody is talking about the Vince McMahon stuff. Almost nobody's been talking about the Vince McMahon stuff since last SmackDown, which is unbelievable. I mean, John Pollock and Brandon Thurston still trying to. Laurinaitis is trying to say that he's a victim, and that got a little bit of play. The Ashley Mazzaro story has popped up, back up. But WWE is controlling the narrative without even raising any of it. I don't think this was the plan all along. I think they're making up the plan, and The Rock has the resources to do that goddamn family tree. Am I right? Lance Anoa'i is on there, Jacob Fatu. They're acknowledging people that the WWE, doesn't necessarily acknowledge that. Lance has been in the WWE a couple times, but
Right.
don't really know. So this is phenomenal. I don't know where it's going. I suspect where it's going, but it's subject to change. And I think this sort of reading some of the leaves and giving a little fan service and playing some of it by ear and leaving options open. I think it's excellent. I love the confusion. It feels real, which is bizarre in the world of wrestling. I'm 55 years old. I almost said 54. I'm trying to, I'm 53 years old. I'm 52 years old. Every time I speak, I'm going to get a year younger. I'm 13 years old.
Amazing.
This thing was boring as shit until The Rock did the family tree, and then all of a sudden it was epic. This was like The Usual Suspects. It was just okay, and then you got the Kaiser Soze reveal, and you're like, oh my god, it's been brilliant the whole time.
Yeah. Wow. Just all of it, right? To run it back down, like he put up this big. If we can get that graphic in, but the graphic of this family tree, it was a huge family tree. This thing was like 30 feet tall. And had everybody in the whole Samoan family. This man, he told Cody, "Don't you talk about when you talk about his family, you talk about my family. When you talk about my family, you talk about his family." And then he slapped the shit out of Cody.
He did.
Holy crap!
And they basically metaphorically slapped the shit out of Triple H. Rock is like, "I'm on the board now," and Triple H is like, "Oh no, you didn't." And Jackie Redmond's like, "Oh."
I know, Jackie Redmond's like, oh my god, what a spot to put Jackie Redmond on, right? Like everybody's getting over with this. Like amazing work. Like this reminds me of like Hogan, Andre, or Hogan, Macho Man, Saturday Night's Main Event, that type of like drama. Like amazing stuff, guys. This is Unpopular Review. You're watching us talk about the press conference to end all press conferences. No one's talking about the Super Bowl. No one's talking about Pat Mahomes. No one's talking about Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. It's The Rock. It's Cody Rhodes. It's Roman Reigns. Pat McAfee's jaw was dropped. I think it's still dropped. It was 45 minutes later. Pat McAfee was just like, oh my God, what the hell? And CM Punk said it best. Just let them all fight. Let them all fight.
Yeah.
That was a smart blazer he was wearing also. That was a nice looking sport jacket. Shout out to CM Punk for the style.
I'm going to catch up to some of these comments. We got DJ over here watching us on X. Rock won't like and turn on Roman. So he's not going to turn on Roman. Seth was great in his role. What'd you guys think about Seth Rollins? Dan, what'd you think Seth Rollins doing business on this
they made
stage?
Seth Rollins look like an absolute bitch.
He is.
I made it. Oh my gosh. You guys will never believe what happened, man. So I left work, right? And I was going through all this bullshit, all this shit, this stupid crap, all on the roads, right? All the roads. And all it was a whole bunch of Cody crybabies splattered all over the fucking road because they are so elated and happy that they changed a true main event for a main event of a Backlash pay-per-view. Thank you so much to all you Cody crybabies for this.
Chris, I have a question. Did you actually change your horn sound so that when you hit it goes, it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you think as you're driving down the road?
What are you talking about?
he's making a joke.
You were just implying that
it doesn't matter what you're talking about. The only thing that matters is that we had a spectacular WrestleMania card. A spectacular WrestleMania card. And due to injuries and scandals and people crying like little babies and bitches, now we have this bullshit.
He outsmarted me. It's fine. That's good. I like it.
Amazing. Just amazing stuff. Chris, you just joined us, right? You were very hot earlier in this watch along. You showed up. You couldn't even show your face. You were so hot. Why are you so upset? Why are you first off, who are you? Where's your allegiance? Are you pro Cody, pro Roman, pro Rock?
I'm pro
Roman.
Seth. I'm pro Roman, but at the end of the day, Rock came out there and he spewed truth. He spewed facts. He sat there and he said, hey, this will be the biggest box office WrestleMania of all time. It's Rock and it's Roman. It's the tribal chief versus the big money man.
Just bring it, bitch!
Exactly. Right? How in the world do you replace it? Listen to this. Rock versus Roman Reigns. Cody versus Roman Reigns. It's not the same. Doesn't have the same feeling. Doesn't have the same effect. This is bullshit. Why? Because Cody went to acting school and that says, I know how to cry at the drop of a hat by mentioning my father. This is so stupid. And now we're going to have possibly a one-on-one match between Cody and Roman, possibly a tag team match, possibly a triple threat match. I don't know. If we all y'all that said that this is a work or something they were planning for weeks, I got news for you. No, it's not. They had this plan going, then they had this plan going, then this happened, and then they had this plan going, and then all these little Cody crybabies had dicks in their ass, and then they decided that they want to go ahead and have this match. Pissing me off. Pissing me off, man. I don't blame Triple H, George Samuel Lewis. I blame Daniel.
This is prime Vince McMahon booking. I don't want to hear it. Okay. This is the stuff you like.
Vince McMahon is responsible for the fact that you have thousands of more people there at the T-Mobile Arena. It was something that was announced 6 days ago. Then AEW, when they announced people for 5 months in advance, that they can only fill up 1,000 people in the damn arena. Don't give me that shit. Don't give me that shit. I will take Vince McMahon over Tony Khan's. I'll take Vince McMahon shitting on heads over Tony Khan sniffing coke any day of the week. Do not give me that shit.
Do you need a tissue?
In over a decade.
I'm sure you have plenty over there, Cody fan, wearing his fucking jacket.
Wow.
Burn that shit.
Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty.
You're on mute, Z.
Look at that beauty. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. Say what?
Do they make that jacket for men?
Z, are you saying something?
He has a smile of a Cheshire cat. No, I was waiting. I was warming myself up.
This man, Dan, has the smile of a Cheshire cat right now.
You tell him, Z.
He thinks that he won.
You tell him, Z.
You know what's going to happen? You're going to look even more stupider than Cody did last year when he lost to Roman Reigns, except for now he's going to lose to Roman Reigns and The Rock. And you guys are going to be like, he's not going to finish his story. You guys don't even care about his damn story anymore because you can't even get his history right. So y'all don't care about Cody's story. Y'all just want anybody but Roman, the guy who's been running professional wrestling for the past 3 years, involved in the greatest storyline in the history of this business, in the bloodline, and y'all are going to sit up here and say it's Cody's time. Well, if that's the case, you should have gave Goldust a goddamn world title match. He's got more credentials than Cody.
I'm sorry. Did he say stupider?
Stupider. I said stupider.
He always say stupider.
Not even.
Stop, executive consultant.
I don't.
Why did you do that?
Because he's leaving.
Oh, then I'll
stop. You're not always the person here.
I'll go through that.
Jesus.
All right, I'm going to bow out, guys. Thank you very much. But continue the conversation.
Go, and we actually have a replacement for you. besides me and Mike. Vic, where you at,
We're
bro?
gonna finish our story.
Bring your UPRW SmackDown self in here. We got all brands representing right now, except for NXT. We got Raw, we got AEW, we got SmackDown, we got the Mike Knox show. Every single one of the UPR shows are in here. Looking forward to it. Talking about this press conference, which has the wrestling world on fire. Team Cody Rhodes, Team Rock. Whose side are you on?
Goosebumps.
Ain't no damn goosebumps, Daniel. No, Brian. I'm sorry. I tagged in because even though my boy said stupider, everything he said was facts. Okay.
I don't just have a microphone to talk, and I spit hot bars too.
Okay. They don't want you to get the rhyming. I will hit some Eli Manning shit on them. He said, "Psych, I beat him twice." Okay. And you just said the same thing. Listen, I love Cody Rhodes, but. And I get the complaining, and it's turned this whole shit into chicken salad. But it was it's gonna be some good chicken salad, Vic. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be so good when Cody.
Cody's not winning.
Nobody cares about Cody's story. As soon as Cody wins that title, they're gonna start booing him. Don't y'all see it?
You're on this side now.
I'm over
That's
here.
facts.
Thank you, bro. You have to understand what's going on. This is what the wrestling fans do. They get behind you and then they drop it. They say boring, and then as soon as Roman comes back, they go to what Roman take the title back from him. I don't understand why you don't see it.
This is my studio. I got so many better sound bites in my studio than here. I got so many better sound bites in my studio than this studio.
You know what? It's fine because the only sound bite you need here is what Z said, and that is at the count of 3 at WrestleMania when Cody is sitting there, look like that right now, Dan. And where's Vinny?
WrestleMania?
Where's Vinny? Because you need some help. Because
hold on, Vinny didn't help him on Sunday, so I don't know about that.
Evil Dose.
I don't know what Vinny did. Vinny barely even knows what Vinny did.
I don't know what Vinny did. You're making this so easy for me, Dan. Hey, Evil Dose, I'm interested to hear your story, your side. I cut you off earlier with a joke, but what do you as the intelligent Evil Dose, tell me, do you think this is a good idea? And then we're gonna go to Vic.
I agree with what Mike has said and what Z has said and what you have said, and I think what Vic has said. I don't think this was a long-term plan. I think they keep adjusting. I think that they accidentally stumbled upon genius, and they're getting genius because they were in a crisis and an emergency, and in crisis management, you change the story, and they change the story, and they keep changing the story, and it keeps getting better. This was friggin' cinema, and I don't know what team I'm on. That's
better than Luke and Laura.
I'm on team. I'm on team.
They don't know that.
I'm on.
Our audience do.
I'm on team. I don't know what the end of the story is, and that's great in wrestling.
That is beautiful. Evil Dolls. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz, please.
At this stage in juncture, and we'll go to you, Vic. At this stage in juncture, don't you think that WWE should know where they're going on this road to WrestleMania?
Right now? Oh, so you asked the question.
It is.
Sorry.
Yes.
The entire thing of Rock and Roman was ruined.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's not because at this point that unless they fuck around and do it at Crown Jewel or whatever,
fuck around and find out.
You think Elimination Chamber is going to be peaceable?
I mean, if they do it at Elimination Chamber, but
no way.
But they're gonna do a tag at Mania,
but I don't want to tag though.
They're going to attack at the Elimination Chamber, and Roman and Rock is going to turn on Roman and go, "I'm the real chief, you bitch."
But they're not at Elimination Chamber. They're not going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll be there.
Wait, they actually just. So Brian Alvarez just.
Oh, please. Jesus.
Go ahead, say it.
He just said Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth, night 1.
I can see that because Seth. They kept saying, "What about Seth?" And Seth was involved, and Seth was heavily getting his ass chewed out by the Z and Mike go to the same bathroom. They were getting their ass heavily chewed out by.
No, I was taking a shot for my wife.
I believe it. Just that both of y'all went off at the same time.
I walked off for that bullshit.
Oh, you walked off. I'm sorry. Nobody. There's too many people to pay attention. Z. I'm sorry. I didn't get it this time. Dan, see if Vinny can be on, but Seth is definitely involved.
I'm sorry. What do we need Vinny for? To say this is all shit and everything's shit and you're shit and I'm shit and everybody's shit? What is his intake take to this? His take is not needed right now.
Conference. I'm telling you.
At all.
He loved it. I'm telling you, he loved it.
I'm interested to hear his point of view on this.
Well, that's what AEW's for. AEW come back every Wednesday to watch AEW Dynamite Review Show where we talk about nothing but WWE.
I need
You can put up the Vinny commercial and just insert those takes into this conversation.
That's it. That's all you need.
Dirt sheets, damn it. Death to dirt sheets.
What's up, Michael? Good to see you.
Vic, you're absolutely right. I do believe the plan was going to be Rock and Roman. You can't tell me
all along. That was the plan.
Yeah, that thing is smacked. Let me tell you something. This press conference, they might have only announced it last Friday, but it was already in the works. They booked that thing a little while ago. They already had everybody's plane ticket bought and paid for it. That's why they went after. They talked about all the world titles and stuff in the WWE Women's Championship. But I'm not doing that as a troll to Io Scott.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. Bianca. Remember, I told you a couple weeks ago, a month ago. I don't know if anybody remember. I said Bianca was walking into WrestleMania with that championship. I fully believe that. I think Charlotte.
You said Bianca?
Bianca, because she was going to defend it against Charlotte Flair. Charlotte getting injured because Io
changed
decided.
Everything.
Right. Charlotte getting injured because Io decided to injure her because she wanted to be a part of that WrestleMania main event scene and not Charlotte. Right. So when they did that, they had
just injury mania.
Yeah, because CM Punk and Seth Rollins were supposed to be it. So I mean, those are two big matches that I really wanted to see, mind you. I really wanted to see Charlotte and Bianca, and I really wanted to see Seth and CM Punk, and they got injured, and it fucked everything up. Bianca was there because they already had everything planned, and she was supposed to be promoting that championship match. I'm telling you, that's what the plan was. There was no other reason for her to be there.
You might be right, but this is one of the things about Endeavor being one of the biggest companies in the world. When you're Endeavor, you can get an empty arena and rent it in Las Vegas at 4:00 in the afternoon. Not too much problem. You can get private jets and get people to switch around because Bianca doesn't work for anyone other than WWE. So she drops her schedule and she goes. So
Bianca didn't have a schedule. I don't think that's what he meant. I think he was saying as far as how everything. Bianca's not the cog and the spacely sprocket right here. What happened here is the injuries. Like he mentioned, Charlotte's getting hurt. Punk getting hurt.
The women's
and she will never be healed.
They planned the tickets a long time ago. I'm saying they just charter some planes. They say everybody get ready.
Yeah, get your asses over here.
You're getting battle pay. Get in there.
One of the episodes, spoiler from Love and WWE, which we do our review show this Wednesday, on Pop Review Entertainment and on Pop Review Wrestling joining for the first time ever. It's funny because it's a scene on SmackDown where Montez leaves to go to work and they just cancel his segment on SmackDown. I was like, wow. They go, I said, well, if that was The Rock or Stone Cold, if somebody big was there that night, then they definitely got, booted out.
Roman and Rock versus Rollins and Cody for all to go WrestleMania 40. And I did think
we said that off air. Shout out to Steve.
I did think about that when Triple H came out and he started talking about that WrestleMania 1 match. I was like, oh God. I thought, was that meant for something, but I didn't know what it was meant for, so like that, so I dismissed it immediately.
No, you're right. Listen, I said it.
What about a crazy idea?
Ago. Verbiage. Listen to the promos in the verbiage. There's a
always
reason.
Say that. WWE always spoils what they say what they're doing.
They do.
Head of the table. He never said the belt. There's a reason why Cody's bringing in the other fan. What he's talking about, Jay. There's a reason why Seth still remained out there, and he had no business even in the conversation.
Since we're fantasy booking, Z, Since we're fantasy booking,
yes.
Remember one of the things I booked that most people think is wrong. I've said that Jay is a spy for Roman. There is no way they showed that family tree with friend of the program, Lance on Hawaii, and all. I know half that family. I've worked with half of them. Facts. Okay. They're together. Okay. That is facts. There's no way. I'm just saying, even if he may not be the spy, if it needs to switch, as we're talking about how the story has to change, don't be surprised if Jey Uso beats Cody Rhodes' ass because it's bloodline right now. And I get Cody. What you say, Cody's going to be, somebody said in the chat, Dan agreed with it. Cody can be the biggest face of all time, right? He said he was coming on to do that. Yeah, you did that. Unless he gave me through his phone.
I can see that in a sense.
Okay. Yeah, coming through his phone does that sometimes.
But Jay is one of their biggest faces and biggest merchandise movers.
I 100% agree with you. I want Jay versus Jimmy. I've said that. I'm just saying we don't know. I was just throwing a whole Hail Mary fantasy booking as you brought up that aspect of the match, of the story rather. You know what I mean? Like, don't be surprised if that Oscar award-winning guy you like so much bows down for his family. Okay, no yeet all day.
So let me ask Vic this question because he's been amazingly quiet.
He's just like this.
Go ahead, Z. Go ahead, Z. Get that commercial. You know,
well, in that case, everybody didn't. Come on, Dice. Get with me. Come on, Jeff. You like to dance? Don't you stop. Come on. There it is. Come on, two more. Come on. There it is. There it is.
Not for nothing. One, you can tell who doesn't season or cook out food, and then two, you can also tell.
Here we go.
Two, you can also tell who's from New York because he was so terrible. If they do this tag team match, which obviously will be on night 2, what is your night 1 main event, Vic?
Probably Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch.
Damn it, you're right.
That's the one I wanted to hear.
Or what if you go Cody Rock night 1? Cody needs to beat Rock to fight
get in. That's even worse.
And then
I'm just saying.
Well,
if he beats him, then The Rock, he looks weak as hell, and he can't even challenge for the tribal chief because he just lost to Cody freaking Rhodes.
You could also do, and I'm not saying they're going to do this. I highly doubt they're going to do this. You could also do Rock and Seth and Cody and Roman.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mm.
Oh my god!
What?
I'm not going. Night 1. Now I see you, Dice. So, Mike, we can't hear you if you're saying anything to us. We can't hear you. But
Stop. Listen. Remember, this is what we're just been talking about for the last 2 hours. Okay. We know for a fact this is cinema. Sorry, Vic, I'm gonna move that now because that's not, and Jeff, that's not the end all. Right now, I still don't believe it was always done, but it's what they're good at, and they're telling this story. We may not know until SmackDown in the Hall of Fame because there's the Rock as a villain now, right? The Rock for the family now can pull
the shit out of him.
He did, but remember though, we talk about all the verbiage and stuff, right? We talk about how we know how smart they are, right? This is the Triple H era, aka social media era, right? So we've already seen, The Rock used his power for being in TKO. The Rock vetoes that shit with TKO, and they changed that main event. This will not be your main event at WrestleMania. I will bet one of my title belts off the wall if that's the main event at WrestleMania 1-on-1. There it is. Your choice. On the wheel. If that happens. You hear what I'm saying? Your choice. Let it roll. Even ones that are signed. Even the $1 million title belt back there signed by Ted DiBiase himself, but it has to be another Thug Mike Knox. You may not want it. But even that one. If that happens as your main event at WrestleMania, it's 1-on-1 between Cody and Roman. The wheel is going up for whatever belt of your choice off the wall. It's not going to happen.
How do you explain a change? What Triple H just made it official. He's the chief content officer, whatever, creator, whatever.
I just told you how you do it.
But no, I'm saying, how do you make this different though? Like, who can override Triple H?
Easy.
Can Rock override him?
Easy. The board of directors. And remember, you said something earlier, and somebody in the comment put Triple H is not on the board. He's not. He's not on the. He's the head of creative,
but he's not on the board.
He's not even on the board of TKO, let alone in
right.
I said that this was corporation.
No, not the Rock. I'm talking about Triple H.
All right.
So Triple H. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I said there was going to be dissension within the office of WWE that was going to cause this. However, I don't. You're putting Rock in a bad position.
He's already in a bad position. That's why they go heel.
Yep.
Yeah,
and he had to make it about his family to keep the faith.
But now you're making Rock become what he is supposed to be.
It changes the dynamics 100%.
Yes,
yeah.
which
100%
hero, or you live
the man won't job to Superman. He's not worried about what you think.
Well, he technically, see, I hate that comment so much, but He was going to lose to Superman in that DCU battle. He just wasn't. He wasn't going to job to Shazam, which was the problem. People overglossed that part. Okay, he was going to definitely lose to Superman, but he wasn't going to lose to. He wasn't going to job to what's his face, Mr. Horrible Shazam, which he just can't.
Exactly
I see that Shazam sucks.
I disagree. I love 1 and 2. They're kids.
I thought 2 was actually pretty good.
2 was really good.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't like 1 2. But
you don't let me have anything.
AEW.
Look at that tree.
That tree is nice. AEW last night.
Wish we could read them.
And I know this is
WrestleMania
post.
Are we having an AEW? I mean, we do it on AEW, so why not talk about AEW?
I want to mention it. I want to mention it because this is an answer. Because AEW got a little buzz, because they have Sasha Banks coming to Boston in 5 weeks, right?
I'm sorry, Chris. Nobody cares. But
did they actually say that last night?
Stop it! Come on.
Did they actually say her name last night?
They did not disrespect.
Okay, so then stop all the bullshit. Tony Khan can be jerking like he jerks.
It's one of the worst. It's one of the worst kept secrets, just as much as Cody going to WrestleMania. It's literally in the graphic.
Yeah, you guys know. And if you're saying she's not, you're kidding yourself.
Listen, of course I'm trying to kid myself. I'm a wrestling fan. You kidded yourself thinking that this could actually happen and be what it's supposed to be, and it's not. So why can't I?
Well, you know what? I cried. I tweeted. I did everything.
There it is.
And it happened.
I'm clipping that. You cried. That's exactly what I want to hear. That's exactly. And you know what? Rock, Dwayne.
Cody cried, babies.
Slapped the hell out of
Cody damn Rhodes right.
For the same reason when he was imagining Cody Rhodes as those fans who was threatening and texting and tweeting his daughter all these death threats. He said, "Look here, you bitch ass."
No way. Christian, stop it. No. Possibly. There's no way. There's the new. No one can be that.
I said this. I said that.
I want to see the X-rated. I want to see the X-rated version of that press conference because they were swearing up and down.
The corporation is now the enemy.
Yeah, but that's not. But that's not what he's saying though.
History repeats itself, guys. Come on.
Right. It does. But the funny thing is, we were talking about AEW. The Bucks gimmick is based. The Rock just leveled up the Bucks gimmick.
He did.
Actually, he did. Technically. Technically.
Well, the Rock's the Rock. But you know who?
I like the Bucks gimmicks though, so I'm okay with it.
The most interesting
it's working.
It's definitely
working. Thank you. I said that. Yeah. Vinny's the only person that doesn't like it, but it's an A-.
That's a very good thing what they're doing, the Young Bucks over there.
The best part of this press conference for me, and then we are going to wrap this up finally. But the best part of the press conference for me.
Because wifey about to get it because I just got Rock and Roman no matter what on the screen. So either way, it's going down tonight in the Knox Kingdom. Go ahead.
Does anybody have a paper bag I can throw up in? All right, look. So
I got some lotion you might need.
Was the exchange between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. I thought that was absolute gold, them going back and forth with each other. Seth saying you finally showed up to work. Roman said he showed up to work in his wife's shoes. I thought it was like, Roman telling this guy like, oh, "Get this bum out of here." was really funny to me. The only problem I have is both of them were upstaged by The Rock, and I never thought I would see my tribal chief upstaged, but The Rock came in looking like I'm taking over this bitch.
Excuse me, I did comment on this comment. I said fantasy booking and how they're switching things, George. Come on, man. I've been trying to encourage you for the 2 years you've been a part, checking into other shows, and I happen to get you when I'm on because clearly you don't like Mike Knox because you're not clearly understanding the intelligence of what I've been saying. Come on, George. Follow the story, man. Follow what I'm saying. I said fantasy booking. He's a spy. The same way people say HH was a spy to for TNA. Was it really? No. But did it turn out to be what people can say? Yes. Come on, man. Stop it.
Well, they tore that fucking company down, didn't they?
But I'm just saying, when you see pictures like this, though, DJ, even you have to say, and you say, and I've always said what you said is I'm wrong with that, right? But when the Rock storyline points this out, him and his wife Trinity is on the name, right? So if it's about family, Jay's gonna have to choose also. And what you were saying about Cody, taking things from the Rock, there's no way it can be Rock all he wants to. With Roman, that could be broken. But when Big Cuz Dwayne steps in, Jay has to listen, right?
Also, remember that Jay does some of the Rock's moves now. So
he does, and his dad's moves. Where's Uncle Rikishi up in this?
Fact.
Yeah, you can bring the whole. So let's say he mentioned it, royal family, right? So Cody's song, of course, everybody knows, the royal family. if they got all the Usos and all the Usos together, Cody, what are you going to do? Get Goldust out the woodwork? Like, I mean,
that's what I said too. Like, where's his contract? First thing I thought about.
It is WrestleMania 40. It's not a bad idea.
Man, Goldust and Cody Rhodes ain't seeing no damn Rock, Roman.
Look at Paul Heyman's face. Look at Paul Heyman.
Well, Paul Heyman has the best facial expression.
Just saying, this is back to Seth Rollins that we haven't talked about much. We talked about, but he's so unimportant. That's why we're not talking about him.
I disagree with that.
He looked very NWA Power on YouTube tonight.
Oh, stop!
Wow!
Stop! That is just.
I got to agree.
I can't disagree with that.
Looking exactly.
I disagree with that.
That's why the three y'all on the bottom because I can't believe y'all disrespected the World Heavyweight Champion like that. What is wrong with y'all? I thought he did play his role.
He played his role very well.
You want to know who disrespected the World Heavyweight Champion? Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes. Like
Drew
everybody's
McIntyre
against.
How did Drew McIntyre?
Everybody. What do you mean? What Drew just did to him on Monday?
Drew got the better of him, bro. Everybody gets the better of some people.
Drew will elevate that world title.
Literally getting literally ate up on the microphone. He's getting passed around like a hoe on a Saturday night with nothing to do. Is looking.
That still sounds like
when Roman calls him, "Hey, see my little brother on Raw," he's literally sunning him.
Yeah. I'm not. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that. I'm not going to sit here and say that Seth is winning the promo battle against Roman. No, I'm not going to let you sit here and try to act like I said that either. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that Seth Rollins is still holding his own, and y'all are missing that point of what we're there. Because everything that Roman said, he says something back. It's when you're sitting there not saying nothing, and it's not making any truth to it that it doesn't stick. You don't have to agree with it, but what he's saying he's still spitting facts. He's still spitting facts about Roman, and that there's a fan base for which Dan's over here on your side at the bottom that's been there from the beginning. That's all I'm saying.
Before I figure out,
we didn't even talk about this.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a second. And before I figure out who wrote this, anybody want to volunteer?
With the twos. It's got to be Dan.
I wrote it.
Yeah, it was.
What?
I already do that. Okay. Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch. This was pretty much just saying, hey, this is your WrestleMania match. I know Becky has like 5 other people to beat and win in the Elimination Chamber, but let's just be real. I need this picture. I said that when they showed it, I said I didn't want it. I didn't ask for it, just like I didn't want Jade and Bianca so early. That she can skip the line the way Charlotte said to me. I said it in the watch along show. She's still Becky Lynch. This picture is a billboard. Yeah, it is.
It's a straight billboard. This is WrestleMania. This is not Monday Night Raw. This ain't Raw. This ain't Money in the Bank. This is where the big boys play. Pun all the way intended. And the man, Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley, who
what is his Z?
She's gonna win.
What is his Z? What is his Z?
I am baffled. I am so disappointed as a former fan and great friend of you, Mr. Knox. I'm so disappointed in the shit take that you were trying to tell me. Yes, I'm not a fan of you anymore. I'm your friend. I'm your confidant. I'm your equal now. I'm your counterpart.
So, I don't have an equal, but go ahead.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, boy.
I don't.
Thanos over Dark Side every day.
No, please, you're sipping. Without them Stones, Thanos ain't shit. Continue.
The issue.
That's stupider.
and we spoke about this in the watch along. She's falling off. You yourself said that she is the weakest of the four horsewomen.
Yes,
you do not care, right? Okay. You do not care. So you cannot even put her in the same sentence as Charlotte Flair. Is the greatest women's wrestler.
Oh, come on, you know what it is.
In Mike's mind. Now,
you cannot. Flair should be going out here throwing up the wall.
No. Okay. First, hold on, Dan. This is a personal attack on something that he lost, and this is why you had Vinny. And if you had him, you would lose also because he's got me on the other side. And this is why you can't say that it's a shit take because I didn't agree as this is something she should have because I want her to have it. I didn't say that. I've always have been, always will be with the businesses. So what I said was, this is WrestleMania. That's a billboard, and she can. Hold on now. Whether she jumpstart, she still had. Whether I give as you say, your words, hashtag good dog damn. What I think of her, there's millions of fans. She is the Cyndi Lauper of the WWE. She is She is the biggest female. Let me fucking finish. She is the female next to Bianca Belair, and let's be real, higher than Bianca Belair. She is the most popular female wrestler. I don't like it, but it's true.
Are you living in 1980?
No, I'm living in.
Lauper?
Well, if you've watched the Little Rock show where
So
he
let
told
me-
you before
let
it's
me-
going to
let
be
me-
Rock and
let me-
Roman,
let me
you know why I
sprinkle
said it's
some,
in my
let me
percentage
sprinkle
because
some-
she's played
let me
Cyndi
sprinkle some
Lauper.
shit
That's why I
fire.
said it.
I got it. Hold up. Just to pass this on. Mike is 100% right. Becky Lynch is the most popular wrestler they have in WWE.
That's all I'm saying.
100%. Bianca Belair is their poster child woman because that's what she is. But Becky is still the most popular woman in WWE
all I'm saying.
that is a wrestler. She deserves this.
Disrespect to
And
Nia Jax
there's
after
no
all
doubt-
the work she's
and
done.
I'm a big
Nia
fan of
Jax
Nia
being the most popular female wrestler, that's some shit in the chat. Because what the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't say that. I did not say that she was the
Well,
most popular.
what we were talking
We
about when you
clearly have
presented Nia
a
Jax
face
made it
in
seem
Rhea
like that.
Ripley. No matter what, Rhea Fickley is a face.
She's a heel.
running with a heel.
She's a heel.
She's a heel.
She's running with a heel.
heel.
That is
How
not
many,
heel
how many
cleavage.
cheers do you see when that fat ass come out there? How many cheers do you? Come on, man, stop it.
She
Y'all
is
are
a heel
tripping.
that gets
This
is Justin Herbert takes her.
you make yourself sound like the Cody fans when you know being intelligent means that no matter what we think she is, it's the perception. The perception. It don't matter if we want to because we like her ass, and we cheer her. Her story is she's a fucking heel. Doesn't matter what we think. She's not a tweener.
Going
She's
into
a
elimination
heel.
Well,
She
going
is
into
a heel.
elimination chamber, she is a babyface though because Nia is a clear heel. But when she comes out of it, trust me,
But
she
they're
is the heel.
tweeners. But they're
She's a heel.
tweeners. In that storyline, yes.
Rhea plays it like she loves the fans and stuff like that. But
she's a heel, though.
She's a bona fide heel, and she's one of the biggest
Bona
stars. And the only person that she has not faced, the only person she has not faced, hold up, Jeff. The only person she has not faced in the Four Horsewoman is Becky. This is a first time ever, which is what Becky said, and that's why this match is big, and that's why I'm really looking forward to this match. I'm sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
This was the best promo that Becky has cut. And as soon as she said, now that the man is here, mommy's going to be on the bottom, or whatever she said, she hit that line really well. As soon as she said that, and then as he said that was a billboard poster. Absolutely right. I mean, listen, we've sort of known this is where it was going, and
I didn't.
You know, and to take Charlotte down,
I mentioned it a few times. It was obvious.
So she's a moot factor.
You did.
I agree.
They kept
Charlotte's
separating.
the greatest females of all time, but she's not part of the equation right now.
I will also say that Becky had this segment won, in my opinion.
She did.
But
what
the minute she said big time Bex, because in my opinion, big time.
That's the
Bex
only
is
Beck I like.
Way better
than
than
the man. I
Way
hate the
better
gimmick
than
the man. And this
What is wrong,
I've seen
Steve?
I've seen it a million times.
Don't
I've
you
said it a
already
million
use your
times.
walk-off card. Don't go anywhere.
The man gimmick should never have worked because of where the world was treating it like. Right at that point, you couldn't say they complained that Ellsworth had helped Carmella win the Money in the Bank. How dare you stop an all-female Money in the Bank by having a guy win the Money in the Bank for her? Like, it's storyline. He's our peon. So they redid it because the fans cried, and she still won the match. Big time Bex is way better than the man.
Agreed. AEW had Sasha Banks coming. People want to talk about that. People can talk about that. TNA fired Scott D'Amore, their president, who is responsible for creating some buzz. Go ahead, Evil. You took your. I thought I said TNA Scott D'Amore. I thought you wanted to say something slick.
No, nothing slick. I mean, but I've heard like 3 different versions of this story as to why it happened, but not one of those versions is that he's lost 2/3 of their audience in the last 5 years. I mean, why isn't it possibly just the obvious that he has not succeeded? And that's the thing. Now, Nick Hausman's out there making innuendos, and now he's bringing in Jericho and Don Callis. And I'm not here to defend or not defend any of those men. I don't know any of them well enough. But Nick Hausman, if you're a journalist, be a journalist and say it and source it, or at least say it and stand behind it, regardless of consequences. If not, you're just a podcaster just like me. And decide if you want to be a content creator or a journalist, but don't try and live in both worlds, because right now you're at an inflection point, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get out of here. Please make sure that if you have not done so already, I did it because I was going to put up things, but put it back at you, Tito. I'm just going to say this verbally.
It just threw me off.
I'm sorry. If you have not subscribed to us at any of our channels, please make sure that you subscribe to us. Unpopular Review Wrestling, Unpopular Review Entertainment, Unpopular Review Gaming, Unpopular Review Sports, Mike Knox Show, Z is Silent, C is Superior, Hammerlock Hangover, Garden of Doom, Unofficial Camera Woman, Big Pop Theory Podcast, the Vincent Laspada Show. All these things that we do here on Unpopular Review for you. If you do not like something that one of us do, trust me, one of the other 21 people we have here has something that you're going to enjoy and like. On the Unpopular Review Wrestling Shot, please make sure that every single Monday at 6 o'clock p.m., you watch the Mike Knox Show, the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. Immediately after Monday Night Raw, join myself as well as Evil Dose. First time together in a while, but coming up this Monday for sure, definitely, immediately after Raw, he and I will be talking about Raw. NXT on Tuesday with Bad Guy Jack and the Wrestling Doll Dahlia Dark. Wednesday, AEW with Dan the Man and Vinny LaSpada. On Fridays, we're actually going to have our TNA shows coming up starting tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode is going to be with myself as well as Bad Guy Jack. And on Saturdays, every other week, you have Z is Silent and Vic. And on the other weeks, you have Evil Dose and, well, whoever. This upcoming Saturday is going to be Evil Dose and Vic. It's a fluctuating thing, but we always have something.
Low five, Vic.
Unpopular Review Entertainment, we have the Superman and Lois show on Wednesdays. We have the Husband and Wife show on Friday.
Tomorrow night, we are coming back with the season finale of Raising Kanan season 10. Hot topic in the next Wednesday. We told you the world premiere, first time Unpopular Review Entertainment and wrestling combined. Love and WWE Hulu special with Bianca Belair and Montez Ford. Check that out.
Thursday, we are reviewing none other than next Thursday, we're reviewing The Social Network. Next Tuesday, we're doing Ready Player One. And apparently we have a book review on Unpopular Review here also. So please make sure, no matter what, you subscribe to something, you watch, you enjoy. And we thank you all for watching this, whether you're team Cody Rhodes, whether you're team Rock, whether you're team Roman, whether you're team Seth. Your opinion matters to us here. Thank you so much for watching us. For Big Daddy Cool, stop. For Big Daddy Cool earlier, for Vic, for Mike Knox, for Z Silent, for Evil Dose, for Dan the Man. I'm the executive consultant.
Hold on. Easy.
Holding.
Could you bring all 6 of us up again?
Sure.
Mr. Knox.
Yes.
Give me what I want. Take me out of here. Come on, man.
Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. And don't love Unpop Review and God. We out of here, y'all.
That was like Batista.